look up Alison Armstrong. She's the one that has been studying men since 1995. And one of the things she was talking about is how different the woman's brain is from the men's brain. And one of the reasons us women will get really frustrated with our husbands or our partners is because we assume they should be thinking like us. We are so hyper aware of everything that's going on around us at all times, and men get very fixated on one thing. And she said she actually learned this from her late husband. She was asking him, so when you are working on a project and you finish that project, is that when you feel peace, when you've completed the project? And he said, hun, the project, the focus is the peace. So whenever we interrupt our husband when they're in the middle of doing something, tinkering or playing a video game or whatever, and you get that sort of like, what? Was that a garbage truck behind me? Oh, it is. That's because we have broken their peace. And women, we get peace from other ways, from different things, but their focus is their peace. Their focus is their peace. I just thought that was so interesting. So I am trying to implement that in my own relationship and be very hyper aware of when my husband is in the middle of something. Instead of me chirping in his ear every 15 minutes, to let him go, to let him do his thing. That is almost like his meditation. His focus is his peace.
The feminist movement is one of the biggest reasons for the divorce rate these days, because women have become so masculine. If a woman gets in her masculine energy, a lot of times she'll be disrespectful to her husband. And men don't do well with disrespect. There's surveys that say that 80% of men say they would rather be alone and unloved than to be disrespected. And see, the feminist movement has taken it so far over the years. It's not just equal rights anymore. Now it's men are being diminished and devalued and demoralized. What do we need men for? We don't need men. We can buy our own cars and we can vote. We can make our own money, run our own businesses. We can even have babies without men. And that makes men feel awful. A man doesn't feel he has anything to contribute to that woman's life. He's got to move on down the road.
Men don't need a lot. They just need the right things consistently. And when a man feels fulfilled by his woman, he becomes the most loyal, grounded, and devoted partner you will ever have. Let me break this down. The 5 things that matter the most. Number 1 is respect. This is number 1 for a reason. Men don't love the way women love. Men love through respect. Speak to him in a way that does not strip him of his freaking dignity. Do not belittle him, nag him, or question his competency when he's trying. A man who feels respected gives everything back tenfold. Number 2, peace. Men go to war in the world every single day. They deal with certain pressures, expectations, and responsibilities that women never see. When he comes home, he's not looking for more chaos. He's looking for calm energy and a woman who isn't constantly in fight mode. Be his peace, and he will protect that peace with his life. Number 3, appreciation. Men don't hear thank you enough. They notice every little thing they do because they do it for you. His effort doubles when you actually acknowledge it, not with some exaggerated praise, just genuine gratitude. A simple, I love how you handled that, or I really appreciate you, goes to his soul. Number 4, affection and intimacy. Men need physical closeness to feel emotionally connected to you. So touch him, kiss him, make love to him, initiate it sometimes. Make him feel wanted, not tolerated. When a woman gives her man affection freely and confidently, his loyalty is locked in. Number 5, admiration. Let him know that you see him. You notice who he is. You believe in him. Men rise to the level of a woman who believes in their potential. When he feels admired by you, he expands. His purpose grows. His desire to provide, protect, and love you grows with it. So keep your man satisfied, okay? It has nothing to do with perfection. Nobody's perfect. It is not about being a maid, a mother, or a doormat. It's about being a partner who understands how men feel love, respect, peace, appreciation, affection, and admiration. That's it.
What does being divorced 46 as a single mom look like? Because I don't know how I got here, but here I am.
I don't have answers, and I got boundaries.
Remember those clips that I said that went viral not too long ago?
But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the side?
I'm saying, like, I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like, that's my...
Well, what do you mean, dark meat on the side?
He's the best man I know.
We love Freddie. We love
He really
Freddie.
is. I married him because he's like my dad. He's very loyal, very compassionate, so funny, an awesome guy. And in our 13 years of being together, there was never any lies, no betrayal, no cheating, nothing.
Now, if I was to guess, I would say that the divorce was predicated on the foundation of wanting children at that portion of her life. She was a career-oriented woman and didn't want life interrupted by motherhood. The man that she divorced currently has children.
The truth is, I am now looking at the world with my own eyes, rather than eyes that I feel pretended to see what I wanted to see instead of what I was really seeing.
Eyes wide open now, because after divorce and having a child now, I can just see everything so clearly. It's not about what the world puts upon me. It's about what I think.
You're 46 years old. At what point were you not supposed to figure this out on your own? It's just wild to me to watch grown women figure out high school level when they're about to hit menopause. Like, it just...
At 53, I am no longer the focus of male attention.
Listen to the cope.
And because
Watch.
I'm no longer the focus of male attention, I'm no longer seeking male validation. If I had gotten divorced earlier, even when I was like in my early 40s, I don't know if I would have been able to be in this space right now. I think I still might have been in the place of seeking male attention and male validation. I would have gotten myself into the same trap.
Listen to the way that she frames this through her cope of her situation of no longer receiving the gaze from men is that she spent her whole life imprisoned by the male gaze. Like it was men that forced her to love this attention and to center her life around that. That has nothing to do with men. There is never any real accountability when you listen to them speak. Somehow it always becomes the man's fault.
So you want to know why a lot of black women are single and why only 27% of black women, I did my research last night, it's now 27%, as to why only 27% of black women are getting married nowadays? Because they're too busy giving the black man what they think and feel he deserves instead of giving the black man what he wants. Black men have been saying since the beginning of the time, loudly, I don't want a woman who wears a whole bunch of weave. Modern black men are now saying, I'm tired of y'all wearing the fake eyelashes. I'm tired of all the makeup. I'm tired of the bust-down lace front wigs with the swoops in the front that look crazy. I'm tired of y'all not going to the gym. I'm tired of y'all making excuses for not going to the gym, being overweight. I'm tired of y'all being argumentative. I'm tired of y'all not cooperating. They have literally been screaming at the top of their lungs. And black women are still doing whatever they want to do, saying, oh, even though you said you wanted all these things, nah, I'm not going to give you all those things. I'm going to give you what I feel as though you deserve. So this package here, that's not cooperative, that's overweight, that talks back, that has the weave and bust down lace front wigs, I'm going to give you this instead, and you just need to accept it. Black men are tired, y'all. I'm going to need y'all to get together.
A lot of these modern women, like Jenny Mai, they know exactly what they're seeing, but what they want to do is change it into something else. Well, I feel like this should be the case, and I would want a man to do X, Y, and Z. That's not what it was in the first place. And you knew that. But you didn't care about that. You wanted it how you wanted it, when you wanted it. And then you're going to go out and cry about it not being like you thought it was going to be. Oh man, this relationship, it don't matter if the man leaves or the woman leaves. It don't matter. Oh, well, I'm just going to leave a relationship that's not serving me, or he just left me and betrayed me. And, how could he ever? I thought this was going to be forever. Come on, guys. At some point in time, these modern women know. They know what they up to. They know what they're doing. These modern women, man. Y'all are out here. Y'all y'all get on these TV shows or y'all be watching these TV shows and y'all want a certain feeling, and I understand it, but y'all are living in a fantasy that's not freaking reality. You're living in a world of delusion. You're a delusional woman. Half the stuff that you're talking about, half the stuff that you want is delusional. You read a freaking book and it doesn't exist. Now, 16 years later, I didn't even know. I never knew. How could I have never even seen it? Easy. You're even living in a world of reality.
I just had 5 grown men walk by, able-bodied men walk by as I struggle to like carry all of my and help this poor mother with 3 children carry her stroller down the stairs.
Well, contrary to what was written across that screen, I don't believe that there's anything at all wrong with most men. In fact, especially if a person pays attention to what some women post on social media, those gentlemen were doing exactly what a lot of those women have been asking men to do. Leave them alone. Don't approach them, and certainly don't talk to them. So why exactly would they be inclined to help some woman that they don't know, not knowing how exactly she's going to react to having those men approach her?
They just looked and kept walking. I'm literally like dropping my umbrella and everything. They just keep on walking.
And I cannot blame them for that, because they had no way of knowing how a strange woman would react to being approached by a strange man. Honestly, it's best that they just played it safe and kept their distance. But a lot of women really want to be treated as equals until they're treated the same way that a lot of men are.
I think in a lot of long-term relationships, women get to the point of like, it's not romantic anymore, he doesn't take me out anymore, and the guy is just like, I don't know what to do, I guess I can't do anything right. And I have a theory on why this is. Men's idealized romantic visions for themselves are like peace and stability and comfort. And I think women's romantic idealized versions for themselves are like passion and excitement, maybe a little bit of danger, but like nothing too crazy. I believe this because when men start talking romantically, what they imagine you doing is they're like, hey, I can't wait until you can come over, we can just like watch TV together and like drink some beers. And like, this is what they say when they have a crush on you. When they like legitimately have a crush on you, they start fantasizing about like things they can do with you at home. And when women have a crush on you, they're like, I want to do this with him, I want to do that with him, I want to go all these exciting places with him, I want to kiss him in the rain. Obviously, this is not every woman or every man ever. Like, everyone's an individual that has like their own romantic fantasies. But I've noticed this is a disconnect and conflict that like most straight couples tend to run into at some point. What's the solution here? I can only speak for myself. I can only speak for me personally, but I'm just gonna find someone who doesn't like peace that much. I will never be a man's peace.
Women need to stop dating down. If you want to do charity work, volunteer. As a divorce lawyer, I see it far too often. A woman with degrees, drive, discipline, and dreams shackled to a man whose only ambition is comfort. She thinks love will level the playing field, and he thinks love means never being asked to grow. We don't talk about this enough, but dating down is a long-term liability, not just emotionally, but financially, energetically, and psychologically. When you date someone who isn't in alignment with your values, your work ethic, your lifestyle, or your ambition, you're not just carrying a relationship, you're carrying the weight of 2 lives and pretending it's love. He will let you pay for dinner, co-sign the car, help him find himself, and call you materialistic when you ask for bare minimum effort. The worst part, you'll justify it. You'll say he has potential, you'll say he's healing, you'll say we're a team, but only one of you is playing offense. Here's what I've learned watching hundreds of women walk away from these kinds of relationships. The resentment builds slowly. First, you stop asking for help because you know he won't follow through. Then you stop dressing up around him because he doesn't notice anyway. And eventually you stop dreaming out loud because every vision turns into a debate. And suddenly you realize you didn't just lower your standards, you erased them. Dating down doesn't make you generous, it makes you drained. It teaches you to silence your needs so someone else can feel secure. It teaches you to be grateful for crumbs because you once had nothing. But crumbs are not a meal, and pity is not a foundation. I'm not saying relationships are transactions, I'm saying they're partnerships. And if you're constantly the one showing up, funding the vision, fixing the mood, and holding everything together, then you're not dating, you're parenting.
Guys, you hear that? Because a lot of times you guys do that with women. You don't care if she has a job. You don't care if she could be stupid and y'all are still willing to date them. So you want to stop doing that, right? You want to date women that are on your level. So if she's not as successful as you, then don't even bother. Don't waste your time. If she's not able to make sure that you're okay, cook and clean and make sure that you have, you're ready for work, throw her out the door. Next, you don't need that.
And the pictures circling online made it look like it was just lame as nobody was dancing. All the girls were just sitting on the side. And guess what? They just shut down after one night. And you want to know why? Because nobody purchased one bottle of alcohol.
Everything women have is because men allow it. The WNBA is a perfect example of the duality of man and the dumbassery of women, right? Because in the WNBA, they lose money every single year. The only reason the WNBA exists is because the NBA, the men allow it and continue paying them for no reason because they're not making any money. Women are the queens of up. They go into male spaces because they feel they should have a right to be in those male spaces. And then once they get in those male spaces, they realize, oh, this means I have to work. This means I have to spend money. This means I have to lift weights. This means I have to do something I didn't want to do. So now I shouldn't have to do that because I'm a woman. No, I wanted to be in a male space. I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to be in the police force. I wanted to be a construction worker, but I shouldn't have to do as many sit-ups or as many push-ups. I shouldn't have to spend money on alcohol to keep the business running. I should just be able to go into the club every time I want and just experience life for free. I should be able to do what I feel like, and I shouldn't have to worry about that. No, men, I don't need a man for anything, but it would be nice if those men kept those clubs open even if they're losing money because I want to have fun. Like, women are quite literally mentally deranged. Men are basically children and men are basically parents. You know when your kid wants to play in the kitchen with you and they want to grab the knife and cut stuff up too, but that's too dangerous, so you go ahead and get some plate for them to around with so they don't hurt themselves but they can still be a part of the group. Yeah, that's what men do for you and pretty much everything. Like, oh, well, you can't really actually do it, but here you go. We'll sacrifice so you're able to feel like you can do it. Unfortunately, in this society, playing pretend isn't good enough anymore. So now women feel as though, no, I should be able to hold the kitchen knife. But the only problem is, if a man gives up that kitchen knife and she hurts herself, she's blaming you for giving her the kitchen knife. If you're a dyke and you're going into the male setting, then that means if there's a club, you gotta be the one buying drinks, baby girl. Yeah, it's a lot harder to have fun when you don't have a man providing your ability to have fun, huh? It's a lot harder being in a man's world when you have to actually do what men are expected to do.
A friend of mine said, the sooner men realize, understand, and accept the fact that women don't make sense and they're not supposed to make sense, 99% of their problems with women will just vanish.
I find it odd how women want to be taken seriously, but simultaneously they infantilize themselves all the time. Like, they want you to see them. First of all, me preface this by saying I absolutely see women as my equals. That's what I'm saying, right? But I'm saying they want to be taken seriously, but they constantly degrade their own intelligence, right? Like, they said they should be treated equal in 2025 and this, that, and the third. But then they'll say something like, oh, I'm just a girl. What does that mean? Like, every time they say, oh, I'm such a girl, it's something about them making a joke about how incompetent they are. But why do you associate being a woman with being incompetent? Like, you're degrading yourself. So why are you doing that? Like, what do you mean that once you realize that a woman is a woman and they're not supposed to make sense, so you're just saying that there's no rationale in a woman's mind? Like, you're saying that women are not capable of reason, right? And why would you say that about yourself? To escape accountability for the time being? But all you're doing is putting down women's ability to be taken seriously at all. Let's say all men adopted the mindset of, once you realize that a woman's not supposed to make sense, all your problems will disappear. That means no man will ever take a woman serious in any regard because she doesn't make sense. She's not capable of rationale. She's not capable of being rational.
Man, just be quiet. Some of these women just stop talking. Man, I don't get it. What do you people be doing? What do y'all be eating for breakfast? Stop. Modern women are silly. They're extremely silly. And silly not in a good way. Silly as in you're a psychopath. Silly as in you're a trick. You're a trick. And tricks are for kids. So why do you continue to play in my face? That's what men are saying. You guys are nothing but tricks. You guys are nothing but toys. You have playing on your mind. You never take anything seriously. You're always laughing, sticking your tongue out, ooh, tea, and all that other nonsense. Stupid, just ignorant.
Every time I post a video about, I'm not gonna lie, ladies, a lot of y'all takes are getting worse as time goes on. Viewer discretion's advised. How a man should be taking care of his woman, spoiling her, whatever. There's always men in the comments, and it honestly makes me laugh. They say, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. First and foremost, you had to force yourself to laugh, and we can tell. Because deep down, someone saying that it goes both ways is not funny at all. There's literally no humor in that. But on to more pressing matters, what is the issue with the man saying that his woman must reciprocate the energy that he's putting into said relationship? How on God's green earth can you find an issue in a statement as simple as that? I think that is, hilarious. That's honestly the problem. Men like that, you have to stay away from. You need to do your part. Make your woman feel good, treat her good, spoil her. And in return, you get 10 times more when you do that. You get 10 times more. I hate doing videos like this because they speak so vaguely and they just expect people to understand the message. What is the 10 times more? And if they do get 10 times more, why should women stay away from men that want them to reciprocate the energy that they are putting into the relationship? That's a win-win situation if you know you're going to redistribute 10 times more of what he's already doing. I'm 1,000,000% sure if men were getting 10 times more of what they were already putting in, there'd be a plethora of men trying to scratch and claw to be in a relationship with women. But the problem is that men don't even want to try anymore. They don't even want to bother. They're stingy. They're gross. They're selfish. And yeah. This was definitely a waste of my efforts. She didn't say anything the whole video. Not 1 ounce of actual advice or knowledge or information of any sort that could benefit anybody. Just literally out here wasting everybody's time. Men and women. This has got to stop. It must come to an end at some point. We can't continue to let people missing chromosomes to get online and give us ill-advised advice. This is not okay. This is not okay. Bro, they're making this more difficult for us. And the saddest part about all of it is I know they are not gonna listen to me because I am just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
So do me a favor, to all my brown girls who are starting college, you actually don't have to date the first guy that gives you attention. And believe me, I know I'm speaking from experience because I was super sheltered in high school, didn't really date, was a late bloomer. So when I got to high school, when I got to college, I was like, oh my God, it's open season. And all these guys are starting to give me attention and everyone's being so social. And literally the first guy I met on the first day I moved in, I ended up dating him on and off for a year. Why? You don't have to settle for someone's crusty, dusty son. Settle in, get your friend group going, see where you kind of vibe, and then maybe wait for the third guy or the fifth guy that gives you attention, and then maybe you can go for that.
Quantifying when you should by the third to the fifth person is just makes no sense. sense. As if the third to fifth guy is going to be a better option than the first guy. Like, what are you talking? Like, is there not any requirements that you can teach them to look out for, to identify the characteristics of a guy who is trying to seriously date? Like, could you not do that? Oh, that's right. You were too busy popping that punani flapjack in white boy frat houses. Fun college times with us all, including waking up multiple times with a sore anus. Here we go.
Wait, okay, I met this guy on Tinder. I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over. I woke up in the morning and my a little sore. Oh my.
Also, all my G's out there, when you're dating these young women, always acknowledge, right? Like, always pay attention to the way that they talk about men. If they talk about prior men within their lives as crusty dusty, these are the women that have a low barometer hate for men. They don't honor or appreciate what a man is, and at times of conflict within relationship, that's their default. But anyway, it's clear in watching this clip.
Dark time in my life, but I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again.
Let's listen to how she claims she rode it through with him.
When I first met Akash, I felt there was something so special about him. He has character, he has integrity, he loves me so much. That kind of connection withstood all of the bad times. Even though everything got so bad, I would just pray so hard every day just to get out of that situation, and I feel like slowly but surely we kind of crawled out of it.
Oh, that just sounds so amazing. She was busy just praying for him while he was grinding to make it work. Just so interesting to watch the degree of cope within him to somehow now, as a system of validation, give her these things that he was unable to do previously, while her also acting like it's never enough, complaining that his birthday is one of the worst days out the year, and complaining that she has to get him a gift on Christmas.
So I just seen a video of a guy. He was attractive too, and he said, let me tell you something. I don't approach attractive, well put together women in public. And he lists the reasons why he doesn't. He says if she's attractive, she's put together, got her nails done, her hair done, she may be expensive, she probably already got a guy. And he goes on to this whole list of assumptions. Basically, they're assumptions, because the reality is you don't know if that woman does her own hair, does her own nails, pays for her own hair, pays for her own nails. You don't know if she's single. Do you know there are a lot of attractive women out here that are single? Me? You don't know. But so you're assuming that a person is single or not single based on their attractiveness. So you say all ugly people are single? Do we all not know some people that are not so attractive that are in relationships? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I feel like y'all be tricking yourself at your own spot. And to me, if you are a man that is afraid to approach me or just to alleviate some of your assumptions, then you're not masculine enough for me. Because the most that she can say is that she's in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or just get to know somebody without assuming first. But y'all assume, y'all trick yourself off your spot. Then you get with a woman that you really don't like, but you just bored. She looked available, but guess what? She need the most money. She need this for this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you assume the girl that look put together need all your money, but all reality is the girl that's looking broken, bust down is the one who need all your money. The girl that put together, put herself together. Let's do better, man. I need to find men to come up to me. Don't be scared. I don't bite.
Have you ever noticed that some men never seem to chase women, no matter how interested they are? It's like they have this invisible rule that keeps them holding back. Today, we're diving into the psychology of men who don't chase women and why it's not what most people think. They value independence over validation. These men have learned early that their worth isn't defined by attention from others. Psychology calls this self-determination theory, the idea that people feel most fulfilled when they rely on themselves. Chasing someone feels like giving away their power. They'd rather wait, observe, and only invest energy where it truly matters. Emotional intelligence over impulsive desire. Men who don't chase often have high emotional intelligence. They can read moods, intentions, and boundaries. Instead of acting on fleeting attraction, they pause, evaluate, and respond thoughtfully. That patience makes them magnetic, even if they seem detached at first. They understand scarcity and social value. Here's a secret. People naturally want what seems scarce. Men who don't chase leverage this instinct unconsciously. They understand reciprocity.
And I think this is what, most men are kind of Most men don't want to play the game, is what it is. I think there are some men, Chad and Tyrone will make a woman chase, but they're only short term, and they're only going to give her a short term thrill. The good guys, they believe a lot of times, I don't come with any gimmicks. I don't come with any tricks. I don't come around here with any type of, I'm about to, win her over with this and I'm about to do that. I'm not calculating anything. I bring you my heart, and I bring you, I'm coming to you, man. Hey, how you doing? My name is X, Y, and Z. How you doing? I just came over here to get to know you. Oh, you didn't come over here with any game or any gifts or anything slick? Well, I don't know you yet. I don't know you enough to be coming over here saying that to you, so I didn't want to disrespect you. But I did want to come over here and introduce myself. And I think modern women need to start accepting that. The conversation might not go anywhere, but accept that the man came over and introduced himself to you. Have a conversation and learn how to let the conversation ride out. And when the man leaves, you don't got to talk about him like a dog. If your girl comes up to you, who's that? Oh, he was the man. He wanted to come over and introduce himself to me. Oh, was he nice? He seemed kind of cute. Yeah, he was nice. He was cute. He just, really wasn't my style. He offered me a drink, but I didn't want to do it to him. Oh, look at you. Yeah, I figured I'd, kind of let him go on back out there and look for somebody else. Easy. If modern women were more respectful to good men wouldn't have to play these games of and give reciprocal energy. Men wouldn't have to play these games of chasing and pulling back and all that other stuff. I don't have to do that because you act like you got some sense.
Can someone show me a man on TikTok complaining about the male loneliness epidemic? Just show me one, because I am yet to see it.
That's because there isn't one. These women are going through a female loneliness epidemic, and since they're lonely, they're projecting onto the men who have checked out of the dating market. If you don't know me, I'm the Now You a Single Mom guy. I got a crisp whistle and a nice evil laugh that y'all love, but the reality of the situation is I break up with women all the time. You know how many men say these days, dog, the juice ain't worth the squeeze? I've said that to a couple of women after I've gotten to know them, and I don't want to date them anymore. They'd be like, wow, you never liked me. I'd be like, no, I did at first. I've gotten to know you. And they always act like I never liked them and I was just wasting their time. No, sweetheart, I got to know you and you're terrible. And I'll be chilling. So I completely understand why so many men have decided I don't want to get to know any more of these raggedy ass broads, because you're all raggedy.
Men, beware of your wife's single friends. Men, listen up. Your wife's single friends, they will sabotage your marriage if you let it. They sneak in, they whisper, and they poison. Before you know it, your marriage is breaking down. And you think I'm exaggerating and I'm doing this for likes? No, here are some facts. Studies show that divorce spreads like a virus through social networks. If a friend gets divorced, your odds of divorcing jump up to 75%. Let me repeat. Your odds of divorcing jump 75% if her bestie gets divorced. Drill this into your brain. Single women are keeping women single. Peer influence is real. She will prioritize her bestie's feelings over yours, especially if her crew is full of divorcees. They're not healing. They're recruiting. Girl, you deserve better. Girl, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that to you. Oh my goodness, he is so controlling. Sound familiar? Friends, divorces make divorce seem normal and less stigmatized. Divorcees get together, pulling each other down. They don't care about your kids, your mortgage, or your future. They want her single, swiping, and miserable with them. Protect your marriage, my dudes. Vet those friends ASAP. If her friends is single and salty, red flags. Cut them off or watch your wife join the divorce club. Divorce is contagious, so protect what is yours.
Is it just me, or do men not approach women anymore? I hate dating apps. I do not want to get back on one. I'd like to meet someone IRL, in real life, in the wild. But this seems hard as hell because if you're someone who doesn't go out to bars, it seems like at bars, it's socially acceptable for like people to approach each other. But everywhere else, like, you know, in a coffee shop or like in a restaurant or on the street, it seems like it's not like the norm anymore. Like everyone just kind of minds their own business. And I don't know if this is just me or if this is just where I live. I live in kind of a small town, or if it's like we've almost swung too far in the other direction. Because I remember when I was a teenager, like 15 years ago, men were like coming after me. I don't like, it was like borderline, like it was harassment. Well, like, I don't want to be harassed. We don't need to do that. But at the same time, like I don't know, I'd like people to talk to me. Like I don't want, it feels like we've gone so far in the other direction where everyone kind of operates completely independently. They look down, like they pass someone, they don't even really say hi. They're looking at their phones. Like they'll be like, oh, that person's cute, but they won't do anything about it. And this makes it really hard. I think when you're single, when you even just want to make friends, you want to connect with new people because everyone is just absorbed in their own world. Like, is everyone lonely? Like, is everyone, I don't know. It's just, I don't like this.
Oh, you want to hit on me at the gas station? Then you can offer to pay for my gas.
Oh, really?
If you ain't paying for my gas, don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Well, now this is just a thought I had. If some women actually showed their true personality right off the bat, then they wouldn't have to worry about being approached in the first place, but that's just me.
You want to hit on me at the parts store and you see I'm buying coolant for my truck? Why don't you say, excuse me, ma'am, I think you're beautiful. Can I put that coolant in your truck for you? And then we can talk, okay? Off. I'm sick of y'all. Sick of it.
Gee, it really is so difficult to imagine why so many men are absolutely opting out of the entire idea of approaching women at all. Especially if this is the type of thing that they might encounter, you know, out there in the wild. Just imagine approaching a woman with such a sense of entitlement that just because you said something nice to her or asked for her number, she thought that you were obligated to pay for whatever it is she's shopping for. My goodness, no wonder so many men are choosing to remain peacefully and happily single.
My question is this: if y'all feel like men don't do, like they exist for no reason, let me know what the women are for. Because whether y'all want to believe it or not, women's purpose on earth is to procreate. Not saying that's our main purpose on earth,
but it is.
But without man and woman, we could not procreate. Because we all know that women always complain about some labor, whether it's hard labor, domestic labor, or anything. So you ain't finna invent, build, or create. But a problem. They want to talk about the world would be a better place if men didn't exist. Bitch, speak for yourself. If it wasn't for women being with men, we all would not be here. So I'm just trying to figure out, do y'all want to eradicate us, including yourself? Because that's what it's giving. Don't be trying to unalive everybody along with your ass.
Honey, you are freaking deluded.
For so many years, the rhetoric was all these women are going to end up alone. There's never been so many women that are unmarried without children. And I think this takes back the narrative of like, look at these lives that women are building and look how much happier you can be single than with somebody that is dragging you down and draining your resources.
This idea of unmarried, alone, single, childless women, full of their career, being happy. This is the story I always tell about that, 40-year-old woman who lives in a place like New York City and has the really nice apartment and has the really good job. And, everyone, all of these young women look at her and say, oh, she's got it all. She didn't need a man and she didn't need kids. And inside that woman is rotting. What would you do without men? Tell me.
Women don't need men anymore, hot take. And I love the content surrounding this and how marriage benefits men more than women now in this day and age. I saw a comment and it said, if marriage benefited women, they would have taken it away from us by now.
Honey, you are freaking deluded. Men do everything. Men do everything. Yeah, okay, you have your cute little job and you make your money and you come home and you have a nice little apartment. They fix everything. They build everything. They shield you from harm ultimately on a large scale and on a small scale. What would you do without men?
What value is he bringing at any capacity?
if he's not helping solve issues. Like, why are you here if you can't help me?
He may not be able to solve your problem right now, but he might in 6 months or a year. And the problem with women is they want the man that can solve all the problems right now, and they're not even that man's responsibility. What does a man look like solving your problems when he's dating you and 3 other people trying to figure out who his woman is about to be? That's why men don't want to commit today, because men think that women expect them to do everything for them when there's no level of, I don't even know you yet. You want me to pay your bills, solve your problems, show up for you, feed your kids. You got this long laundry list of things that you expect a man to be, but what do you have to offer him other than this? You aren't nurturing. You aren't kind. You aren't trying to expand his vision. You aren't trying to fit inside of his vision. You can't check your tone. You aren't submissive to him. So all of these things that you're asking for, you're not qualified for. But you could ask, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you land on the stars, right? Girl. But also, I think that it's really important that we as women understand that a man's job is not to solve our problems. That's not his job. I even think that men have now started to believe that their only job is to make sure everyone around them is happy. And that is to a detriment of the man and a detriment to society. Because if more men were looking to the fact that I need to have leadership, for me to have clear vision, for me to take action, for me to be kind and compassionate, and yes, get to the bag too, and yes, be in my masculine energy, that's what creates a healthy home. It's not just monetary value.
You know, there was a woman, I'm sitting here, and she said, you know, it seemed like maybe 15 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, these men were really coming after me. And I'm looking at her, it's like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. She's pretty cute. I can see that. You know, hair is done nicely. Makeup is done nicely, a nice smile. I could see that. But once again, when your time is up, your time is up. And I can't even say your time is up, because you might be 27, 28, and men still want you, but they don't want what you come with. They don't want all of the drama. They don't want all of the nonsense. So they avoid you. You get avoided. They understand by the way that you look, by the way that, you know, you sitting and behaving. Oh, you know, she's not really, you think that you're sitting like, I'm not here for foolishness. So all of the men that's on that BS need not apply. But really the way you're sitting is, I'm not wanting anybody to come talk to me. I'm sitting in this bar and I'm just here to have a drink by myself. And I'm not even reading a book. I'm just sitting over here in a dark corner looking mad. That's how most of you modern women look. So that's why a man is not approaching you.